Open the door. Here? Here? No, not here as well, because it opens here, and here is the car that I'm going to show you. This is the Pioneer Series, the number one of 500, as you can see. And I have here Oliver Oboter. I'm a kind of a big guy to get out of this small one, but it's very comfortable inside. And here I have Oliver. Hi, Oliver. Well, Oliver, what can you tell us about this little dude here?
So this little dude here is called Microlino. It's basically, the idea was to make a mix between a motorbike and a car. And it's really designed for daily driving. It's designed for going to work, going to the gym, etc. The general idea was, if you look at statistics, people ride mostly alone in their cars. They drive for about 35 kilometers per day on average. So the idea was to create a vehicle that is ideal just for these types of distances. And if you do that, you really need to radically think, okay, what do we need inside and what do we not need inside? So we've got space for two people. We've got some space in the back. It's got a cool look.
Let's show the guys the back of the car.
Oh, sure, yeah.
This is the back of the car. And
so this is the Pioneer Series. This is the first cars will have black parts here, and also black headlights, and each will be numbered.
Oh, this is how you open it. It goes, and here's the material for the car, the plug-in for the plugs for recharging it. And how big is the battery pack, Oliver?
So we've got two battery options. So we've got 8 kilowatt hours, which gives you 125 kilometers of range, or 14.4 kilowatt hours, which gives you 200 kilometers of range.
And what's the top speed of this car?
Top speed is 90. So in Europe you can go on a highway, but of course this vehicle is not designed to be driven for long distances on a highway. The idea is really, let's say, for urban use between, let's say, 30 and 65 kilometers an hour, more or less. That's really the sweet spot. But of course, you don't have any restraints. You can go on a highway if you need to.
This is something that I have told my readers, and I have told them wrong, and I have to correct that. So an L7E vehicle can go in the highways as well?
Yes. So, to be honest, sometimes the regulations vary in some countries, but as far as I know, in every country you can go on a highway, yes.
I see. And with a top speed of 90 kilometers per hour, it's just okay. And how does it feel to drive it, Oliver?
So this is still a pre-series model, so we're still working on some things. But let's say the cool thing about it is you really, it's nimble, it's small, it's easy. You get everywhere.
You can park anywhere.
Yes, basically, so you can go in like this into a parking space and get out directly on the sidewalk. So it's pretty cool. And most of all, and this is what we always say, it's not the fastest car in terms of miles per hour, but it's, let's say, the fastest cars in terms of smiles per hour. So the amount of smiles and positive reactions you get is really, really, really.
You have even made a video about this.
Yes,
smiles per hour.
exactly.
Yes, we have written about this.
And these were real people. They were not actors or anything. So that was real reactions from the street. So it's not that.
Fantastic.
It's really, really cool. And it gives you a smile on your face if you drive this.
And it has some very clever details, such as the headlights. I was telling the guys.
Absolutely.
And you have this. I don't know.
It's so you have a very good rear view ability because you see through the rear hatch. Like the mirrors are obviously pretty cool. It's the headlights and the mirrors included.
Let's show that in detail for these guys.
It does reduce your air drag at least a little bit.
Yes.
At lower speeds it doesn't make such a huge difference, but let's say you have this kind of neat feature and it just makes the vehicle look cleaner.
And it has hub motors, doesn't it?
No, it's actually got a motor on the rear axis, which has 11 kilowatt of nominal power and peak is 12 kilowatt. We will probably for the series make it a bit more powerful, but it will be certainly below 15 kilowatt because for this category that's the regulation, that's the limit. Because it's like the Renault Twizy, it's a special category, so we have some limits.
And it's similar in legal terms to the Twizy.
Exactly. I mean, it's exactly like the Twizy. I mean, there's two versions of the Twizy, Twizy 45 and 80. So it's exactly like the Twizy 80 in terms of regulation, which means it needs to be below 450 kilograms without the battery. So right now it's 435 without the battery. Including battery, it weighs 513 kilograms. So just to kind of get an understanding. The Tesla battery alone, Tesla Model S, weighs 1.5 times as much as this car that is standing here, including the battery. So that's also, if you think about sustainability, you know, this car is
it requires
really
much
as
less
sustainable
energy,
as it gets. You know, it's super light. You don't need a lot of energy to get from point A to point B, and you've got everything that kind of the basic features that you want in a car. You know, which is, you know, you have space for two people, you have some cargo space. It's a closed vehicle, so you don't get wet.
Yeah.
You have a heater inside, so you're not freezing in winter. So these are like the kind of features that we.
And this front door, is it convenient, for example, when exactly it's raining or anything, is it something that you can get out of and in an easy way?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it needs some time to get used to how to get into the car and out of the car. So basically, what you need to do is you need to step in, and then you turn around like on the spot, and then you sit down and scooch over. So that's actually the ideal way to get in. Getting out is also, you know, scooch over and just stand up, and it's really easy and convenient. And as said, for the cross parking, it's perfect because you get out directly on the sidewalk.
And you can also, I see that you have a regulation here for the seat. You can put it forward as well.
So on the seat, we will for the series probably still work out some things in terms of ergonomy and in terms of comfort. But let's say it will be a seat bench, and it really fits two people quite comfortably. So that's important.
And this roof here will be standard for.
Yes, the roof will be standard, though as said, this is still pre-series, so let's say we're still working on this to make it really durable. But the cool thing is, because we don't have air conditioning, we only have heating and ventilation. So let's say if it is hot in summer, we figured, you know, you need to have some kind of convertible feeling. So, you know, you've got the sliding windows, you've got this that goes fully open, so you've got a really nice kind of convertible feeling when you're riding in summer. So that's kind of cool.
Fantastic. And is there a radio over the speedometer?
So yes, actually, this is just for the general kind of to show the general idea. So it's not going to be the final Bluetooth speakers that we're going to use, but the idea is really bring your own device. So basically, you won't have like a navigation system inside or anything. It will be like that you can really connect your own smartphone, Spotify, or whatever you use. You can really integrate it easily into the car, and you've got some customizability possibilities, you know, and also, for example, you've got portable Bluetooth speakers that you can take out, you can use outside of the car, you can use inside of the car. It's just like cool little things that we want to work with also.
Yes, fantastic. In places where it's not safe to keep the Bluetooth inside the car, you can take it out.
Yes.
Fantastic. And this again is the detail of the headlights. Is it a LED headlight?
Yes, it's full LED. Yeah. All lights are LED.
For energy savings purposes as well, isn't it? Because it's much more energy saving than a regular sort of.
Yes, of course. I mean, of course, let's say the most of the energy consumption goes from moving the car from point A to point B. Obviously,
Sure.
I mean, the lights, they don't need a lot, even if they weren't LED. But of course, I mean, the car is, you know, we have small battery, so we need to see, hey, how can we save as much energy as possible? You know?
And regarding safety, Oliver, you've said it's not a car for you to take to the road all the time. If you have to, you can go. But regarding crash tests and everything, do you plan to do a crash test with this car?
Yes, we are planning to do a crash test, but it needs to be said that it is really a new category. So you need to think about it kind of like an iPad. It's not a smartphone, it's not a laptop, it's something in between. And that's the same with the Microlino. So our first slogan was, this is not a car, because what we want to, you know, it's a new category that is of course much safer than a motorbike, but a bit less safe than a car. Because in terms of, I mean, we can't trick physics. It's a very small and light car, and therefore, but we will do some, of course, some crash testing.
And the idea is to really have something new to keep mobility going, as I have just seen in the Ford stand. They said, well, mobility is at risk, and it is in some way, isn't it? Because people think that the car is a villain and everything, and they want to ban cars, but you don't have to ban cars. You could just do something entirely different, such as this one.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, the idea should be, you know, right now we've got, on one way, we've got the trend that, you know, people think about electric cars, about sustainability, but on the other hand, it's like SUVs are just completely going crazy. Everyone's buying SUVs. And we think, you know, that with this one, you still got kind of the comfort of individual mobility, but you, we still got the possibility of individual mobility, but in a, let's say, much smaller package, much more eco-friendly, you know, and kind of colorful and space-saving. So.
Yes, and many miles per mile,
Absolutely.
as you said. And now I'm about to write the article. I didn't have time to do it, but we were yesterday checking on the developments and the things that involve the Microlino. Because that's, as my readers already know, and we can talk now this way so that people can have an idea. The Microlino is involved with a problem with the Artiga, which was a company that bought the company that was going to produce this car. So guys, if you are watching and you want to ask anything, Oliver is here, Marilyn is just right there. And if you want to ask anything about this soap opera, which is sort of a soap opera plot, this is the idea. They were there just to check if there was going to be anything. For you to have an idea, a German court ruled that Artiga could not show any car that is similar to this one. And I was just here before we started the video checking if they were very similar, and they are exactly the same. Yeah. They are exactly the same. They have this, for example, let me show you. These marks here on the body, and most of the things they have just made it more, let's say, a vintage car in a way. They have placed a different.
They used in essence the same molds, so they kind of, you know, they added maybe some details, but in effect it's still the same car. It's just the same chassis. It's the same appearance, you know. And you know, our goal is not to, let's say, you know, there's different possibilities to make a bubble car, obviously, but if you just take the same molds and just try to make something, it's just, in our opinion, not the very nice way to do it. And not only not nice, I mean, there is a court ruling that actually forbids it, so unfortunately we need to...
And this was the surprising part, wasn't it? The guys that were following the story were a little shocked to see that the car was presented, even though there is a fine of 250,000 euro, or the risk that the Artiga's manager goes to jail.
Yes, I mean, that's the official ruling. To us, it was also a surprise. We didn't know what would be shown. It was told to us that it was a completely different concept that looked completely different, like the Microlino and so on. But I mean, that's obviously not the case.